this is Poinceau. I am Mervé. Welcome aboard. I will take you to Hebron, Bethlehem, Dead Sea, and I will tell you some anecdotes. Please, fasten your seatbelt. Here we go. We are going to Hebron, a Palestinian city located in the southern West Bank, 30 kilometers south of Jerusalem. The Oslo II Accord divided the Israeli-occupied West Bank into three administrative divisions, areas A, B, and C. The district areas were given different statuses. Area A is exclusively administered by Palestinian Authority. Area B is administered by both the Palestinian Authority and Israel, and Area C, which contains the Israeli settlements, is administered by Israel. Hebron is in Area A, as you can read in this traffic sign. It means the entrance for Israeli citizens is forbidden. Despite this ban, we see many settlements in this area. On the road, we go through checkpoints where the army can carry out checks. In addition, you can see everywhere walls separating the two territories. The peculiarity of Hebron is that there's a colony within the old city. Then, the city is split in two sectors. H1 is controlled by the Palestinian Authority and H2 controlled by Israel. The Israel Defense Forces may not enter H1 unless under Palestinian escort. Palestinians cannot approach areas where settlers live without special permits from the Israel Defense Forces. In the city, we have 200,000 Palestinians and between 500 and 850 Jewish settlers. It was really revolting to see a city like Hebron split in two, surrounded by walls, checkpoints, and settlements. We have two communities who don't communicate. The settlements are illegal under international law and criticized by other countries. As you can see, the Palestinian sellers put a security net to avoid receiving rubbish on their head. Bethlehem is a Palestinian city located in the central West Bank, about 10 kilometers south of Jerusalem. Considered as the birthplace of Jesus, Bethlehem is also the place of a wall. The wall is a military structure over 700 km long built by the Israeli government. It encloses occupied Palestine and annexes parts of its land. Depending on who you talk to, it's either a vital security measure or an instrument of apartheid. In 2004, the International Court of Justice has said the barrier Israel is building to seal off the West Bank violates international law because it infringes on the rights of Palestinians. In 2017, British artist Banksy opened a hotel wedged up against the Israeli security wall that wraps around Bethlehem. You can also see his art around the wall and in the city center. Many artists come to draw on the wall to show their solidarity with Palestinians. At a time when globalization is supposed to bring us closer to destroy the barriers between communities, it's sad to see a wall separating two communities. I just want to end this part with this quote I saw on the wall: "Make hummus, not walls." Speaking of hummus, let's move on to Palestinian and Israeli cooking. Globalization fails to overthrow the walls, but manages to impose its way of life. McDonald's, KFC, Coca-Cola is everywhere. But let's focus on local cuisine. This is maklouba, a traditional Palestinian dish. The dish includes meat, rice, and fried vegetables placed in a pot, which is then flipped upside down when served, hence the name makluba, which in Arabic translates literally as upside down. You can also taste shawarma, a meat dish which looks like kebab. If you go to Palestine or Israel, you should eat hummus, a dip or spread made from chickpeas, sesame seeds, olive oil, lemon juice, salt and garlic. Lastly, you should try falafel, a deep fried bowl made from ground chickpeas, fava beans or both. If you go to Israel, you must know one thing. During Shabbat, the period of time from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, during which Jews are commanded to avoid all acts of work and kindling of fire, the country stops living. Friday afternoon, I wanted to go to Yad Vashem Museum. However, when I arrived there, they told me it was closed because of Shabbat. When I wanted to take the tram to leave, it was impossible because the service had ended. I didn't know about this as there was no information available anywhere. At the tram stop, the information was only in Hebrew and Arabic. This is why it is necessary to plan in advance its movements according to Shabbat. After this anecdote, let's go to the sea. The Dead Sea is located in the Jordan Rift Valley, bordered by Israel to the east and Jordan to the west. With 33.7% salinity, the Dead Sea is one of the world's saltiest bodies of water. The minute your feet and legs are in the water, you feel as if they are being pushed up. As you go deeper, you feel your body become lighter and more buoyant. It was a really interesting experience. You should try it. To end this trip on a good note, I will talk about multiculturalism. Indeed, Jerusalem is considered a holy city for the three monotheistic religions. In the old city of Jerusalem, Jewish, Muslim and Christian neighborhoods coexist peacefully most of the time. You can go to the Western Wall, continue with a visit of the Church of Holy Sepulchre, and finish your journey with a visit to the Al-Aqsa Mosque. I hope one day these communities will be able to live in peace. This trip was memorable for me in many ways, including seeing the discrepancies between the Israeli and Palestinian city and communities. It was also memorable because of the incredible historical, cultural, religious wealth and importance the places in this area possess. Thank you for listening to my travel experiences, and I hope to see you again soon. Goodbye.